So forwards paddling is the most important stroke in sea kayaking, and it's the one we do the most. When we become more efficient, we can paddle further with less effort and have that reserve when we need it to paddle against the wind. It also makes the difference to get that extra power in the surf or in rock hopping or in a tide race. Once developed, we can paddle and play longer and save the energy for when we need it. It is, however, by far the most complex, and it takes time and effort to improve. The benefits, though, are definitely worth it. So I like to think of in forwards paddling 3 phases of the stroke. The first phase is the preparation, where we wind our body up. So instead of thinking rotation, I'm thinking pre-rotation. The second phase is the power phase, when I release all the power through my foot from the core. So. The third phase of the stroke, the end of the power stroke, is the recovery, and that's where I'm bringing the paddle out by my hips back into the with my top hand to my ear. When we're getting ready, there's 3 things to consider. First of all, our posture. When we want to make sure we don't have a round position here, but we're sat nice and upright in that kind of position. So we walk back with our hips. So the second thing to think about is our grip on the paddle. We want the paddle nice and loose in the hands. I actually hold it between my finger and thumb. And during the paddling motion, it's important that we keep everything in line here. So nice and straight here and nice and straight here to prevent any wrist and elbow problems. If we over grip the paddle, see immediately that my hand starts bending here, and if I push forward in this position, I'm no longer straight. Being able to point with my finger. The third point is about our body rotation. The actual movement we want is is here in the core. We're actually trying to, from low down, turn our body. We put our arms out, and that's just an extension of our body. So this angle here actually stays the same throughout the whole stroke. Important in the second phase is the idea of creating a connection between your paddle and your foot. So we're locking our body, and then through the power phase we release through that same foot. The third phase of the stroke, the end of the power stroke, is the recovery, and that's where I'm bringing the paddle out by my hips back into the with my top hand to my ear. So a good exercise we can do is paddling with straight arms, and that's kind of emphasising our rotation from the core. So again, we've got the pre-rotation and the releasing, and we're just adding our arms to that, but this operates as one whole unit. Nice straight arms. So I wind my body up and I release. Wind up, release. Up. The second exercise we can do is focusing on the top hand. So we want that to come straight across the boat over to the opposite knee. Just know if the top hand drops, that has a big impact and brings our shoulder and elbow into play.